Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking Tuesday night Maction. That's right. This game in the MAC, Miami of Ohio at Buffalo. We've got a midweek special for you guys. 50% off Scott Rickenbach's weekly pass. Scott's been our hottest handicapper on picksandparlays.net, so you don't want to miss it. The Bulls are minus 9.5. The total is 56.5. Both are 1-0 straight up and against the number. Miami of Ohio coming off a 38-31 win over Ball State, who a lot of people liked as a contender in the MAC. And then Buffalo coming off a big 49-30 win over Northern Illinois, who was not supposed to be very good. We've got Scott Rickenbach, who has been on fire for picksandparlays.net. Scott, who do you like in this one?
Thanks, Chelsea. Well, in this particular matchup, I'll tell you what, right now, at least, we're, of course, making this recording on Monday night. I know the game only 24 hours away, but I'm still having trouble with the side here for exactly a reason that you just mentioned is I was surprised that Buffalo allowed 30 points at Northern Illinois. Buffalo's supposed to be the class of the MAC this year. They're a very good team. This is a revenge matchup for them in this one against Miami of Ohio, and I expect them to come out strong. But still, this line, hanging around close to the number, especially when you consider how their defense actually was in that first game, surprisingly. And speaking of that, Miami of Ohio, I know Ball State's a pretty good team, especially offensively, but I was surprised the RedHawks did give up pretty big points in their opening win, 38-31, that final score. One good bit of news for Miami of Ohio is that even though their quarterback Gabbert got hurt in that game, backup came in, and he's really, I say backup, but truthfully, coming into the season, they didn't know who was going to win that starting job. Not a big drop-off there. I think their offense is going to be just fine here. And if you've been to Buffalo before in mid-November, can be pretty nasty there, but the weather on Tuesday night is going to be just fine. And I think both these offenses are going to flourish in this one, and we're going to see a ton of points in this one. The over is 12-3 in the last 15 meetings between these teams. And that's why I'm going with the over in this one. Again, I was not impressed with the defense from either team in the opening week, and I think we're going to get plenty of points because the offensive execution was definitely there for both teams. Impressive performances last week.
Right. I definitely had Buffalo in that first week, minus 13.5. And I was a bit nervous in the first half because Northern Illinois was actually moving the ball pretty well against this Buffalo defense that was supposed to be really good and probably the best team in the MAC. But they did have two scoop-in scores, which I guess you can attest to their defense or Northern Illinois just being fumble prone, but definitely some chinks in the armor when it comes to Buffalo, at least in their first game. Some of that could be rust that, is coming off in the first game of the season. But in general, not as impressed as I thought I would be. But they did still cover, so I'll give them that. Any other tidbits that you'd like to slide in before we go?
Just a quick note that when you're betting these games, keep that in mind. You make a good point. It is still very early. So for the MAC, because they just started last week.
Right.
So we don't want to rush to judgment too soon. And so you want to be careful as far as that. That's why I'm not even comfortable yet at this point with the side in this game. But I do think, even though there were some defensive scores, again, that game got to 79 points, I think. The offenses are going to really roll here in this one, and we'll see plenty of points. And I'm most comfortable with the over in this matchup.
Yeah, Buffalo scored a lot of points last season as well, averaging 43 points in their last 7 games of the season. So nothing new for the Buffalo offense, at least. That's going to do it for our Maction talk here on Picks and Parlays. As always, great stuff from Scott Rickenbach. Scott, thanks for joining us.